Elliott Sadler coming to the podium next. And I know you've got some questions for him, so we'll go ahead and take the first one right off the bat. It looks like Jacob Seelman's got his hand highest in the air to start things off.
Jacob Seelman, Performance Motorsports Network. Elliott, going into this season, the uncertainty went away when OneMain came back and re-upped their support. Now for you to go into this season with an expanded JRM team, to have 4 cars now that all of you can rely on each other, and the new format, how much motivation is there for you to push through this, learn this quickly, to get back to that championship 4 in November?
That's a good question, but before I do that, man, Happy New Year to everybody. It's good to see you guys. And do any of you guys have any picks, to get like popcorn out of your teeth? The popcorn's good, but I think I'm still wearing it on my teeth. We definitely have a lot of certainty at Junior Motorsports right now. Definitely going to 4 full-time teams. We think was a great direction to go in. Dale and Kelly have made a huge commitment to our program to be good, and we have a lot of experience on that team, mixed with a lot of young talent. I mean, William Byron's a real deal, and I think he's going to be really good this year and really fast. And I'm looking forward to being a part of that. I remember coming in as a rookie driver and was able to lean on people like Jeff Green and Dale Jarrett and people like that. And I kind of want to be that guy for William. So he's come in. He's definitely wise amongst his years, and he's got a great race team around him, and we're looking forward to him to do really good things as well as our team. We feel we're going to be really strong again, and Justin, and of course Michael as well. So we feel very poised and feel like we got all the right ingredients to to have a good shot at it this year again.
Wolfgang.
This popcorn's tough.
Yes, well, okay. Wolfgang Monzer from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. From somewhere in America, I got a press release. You will drive the Daytona 500 in Cup for Baldwin Racing. In case this race will become exceptional, mega successful for you, what will be the rest of the season? We'll see you in more Cup races?
I don't know. We're going to take it one race at a time. I mean, Tommy called me and asked me, would I do the Daytona 500? And, man, why not? That's such a big race for our sport. Tommy and I have actually won a race together at Daytona. We won a dual race when he was my crew chief. So, and he likes doing things the right way. He's building a brand new car, and we want to go down there and compete. So I felt like my restrictor plate racing is still one of my strong suits. We've run very good at Daytona the last couple of years, and I've had some issues the last couple of Daytona 500s. I should have won one in the rain, and then I hit the pothole in turn 1 and broke a shock leading with about 20 laps to go too. So I feel like, man, I've let a couple slip away, and you know what? I want my kids to be a part of it. My kids are not old enough to understand what was going on last time I was in a Daytona 500, so I really want them to come and be a part of it, and I want to do a good job for them.
Hill.
Hi, Elliott. How are you doing? Hill Overton, WIXC Radio. You have seen, of course, and heard about the new rules format that's come out now and the running races. It's like, yeah, somebody said something. How optimistic are you about that? And you think that the segments can play into your hands, earning points as you go along in segments 1 and 2 versus just the final segment?
Yeah, I got a few comments for that. One, drivers, look, guys, racers race. And I kind of echo my boss, Dale Jr., on this. I saw him tweet this the other day. We all race hard. There's no certain part of the race that we're riding around. We're all going to race hard. The biggest thing that's going to change is strategic moves by the crew chiefs, and when we pit and when we don't, when we short pit, when we do 2 tires, everything that we can do to create a bonus point for those segments. The biggest part of all these rules that I love the most, take this from a driver that had 50 points taken away from him last year, after the regular season and between rounds 1 and 2, is every bonus point now I earn, I keep through the first and second round of the race. That is a huge difference than what we've had in the past. And I'll try to use a different angle of that. It's like I was explaining to them outside. It's like the Patriots and the Steelers played last week in the playoff game, right? Instead of Patriots having home field advantage, you play on a neutral field somewhere, out where San Diego Chargers are from. That's what the old system used to be like, because it would always reset back to 0. But now, if you get some segment wins and get some bonus points, that all transfers. So now you have a little bit of advantage. So now you're willing to take a little bit bigger chance to get an extra point at Daytona, to lead that segment. So I love, that is the favorite part for me, because, man, if I have a season this year like I did last year, we're going to have a lot of bonus points going into the first and second rounds of the chase. So I applaud NASCAR for rewarding the guys that are going to take chances and get bonus points during the regular season.
Chris Knight.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Hi, Elliott.
What's up, Chris?
You've always been really outspoken in the sport for a long time. Mm-hmm. Were you surprised when you heard about Carl Edwards? And did it take a time? Is it a conversation that you've had with your wife or just any part of your racing family about just the aspects of life in racing and outside of racing?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I mean, one thing about living in Virginia, guys, during the wintertime and we're hunting and all that, we're not always day to day on what's going on in the sport. And then when we found that out, my wife is really, really close with Kate, who is Carl's wife. So I know they had a lot of conversation back and forth after the announcement. We didn't know anything until afterwards. And it was surprising to me because he's only 37 and holy cow, he's in great shape and he's still in the peak of his career and he's with a great race team and all this on and on and on. So, and I've heard the reasons and I understand kind of why. And my wife and I have had some conversations. And my conversation with her is, as long as I still feel it in here, like Homestead hurt, not winning the championship hurt. It's not like we were just like, well, oh, well, we lost, we're going to move on. Like I still eat, sleep, drink the sport that I'm a part of. And if I'm still going to be like that, I'm still going to do it. If I get to the day where I don't eat, sleep, and drink it, and I don't want to do the mental preparation or be in the gym every day, then I can walk away. But right now, I don't, I'm on a different side of the thinking part than maybe than what Carl was. But I understand, I think, a little bit where he's going from, but it took a real man a lot for him to walk away, being in the surroundings and in the shape and everything he was in. But yes, my wife and I have had that conversation.
Bob Pockris.
Bob Pockris, ESPN. From when you were last in the shop, probably I would guess in November, to the time I assume you've been to the shop in the last few weeks. How different is it with the additional teams?
It's busy, Bob. We got a lot going on. NASCAR has changed the rules a little bit with the bodies and stuff like that. So we got some stuff going on with the spoilers, and we got some stuff going on, with the splitters and the travel difference in the front. So we got a lot going on, and we're trying to build cars and get ready. And we got to add roof flaps to our speedway cars. So it's definitely busy over there. Junior Motorsports is going to build, another shop to kind of help house all 4 cars. But right now the guys they have a lot going on. I'm glad Daytona's not tomorrow. We need more time to get everything right like we need to start the season like we should.
McFadden.
Dale McFadden with NBC Sports. As it's been mentioned, you might not be sitting on the stage if one main hadn't decided to come back to the sport. I was wondering, when you got the phone call to say that they were coming back, who were you talking to, and what were the circumstances surrounding that phone call for you?
Yeah, the head man called me back and just like, look, and I understand, we talked about this last year, just they had so much going on at one time, merging 2 big companies together, and it's a lot of times you got so much on your plate that something sometimes slides off to the side and you really can't focus on it. But once they got everything straight and they had a chance to look at the racing and look at all the metrics, and of course we were running good and winning races, I think definitely helps. We're tied in with one of the biggest names in the sport with Dale Jr., and I think once they start looking at that, they realize how close the demographics really are to the people they're trying to reach, to the NASCAR fan we have sitting at home. So it felt good. I mean, it's guys, it went from a very valley in my life to definitely a peak in my life to have some security next couple of years. And look, they're the longest running sponsor, primary sponsor in the Xfinity Series. So for them to still stay and be a part of it says a lot for, I think, what we're doing as a sport. I think they like the direction we're going in.
Well, we certainly like listening to you, and we appreciate you taking the time, but got to keep you in that narrow window.
I understand. Thanks, guys, a lot, and have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you in Daytona.